What would you say to people who say, "Ref, you suck"?
What would I say to that? I mean, probably. I probably do.
Honesty, I love it. Okay.
But if you're so smart, throw on a jersey, put your skates on, grab a whistle, and let's go.
Back up for me. Good job.
I wanted to stay involved in the game somewhat because, as you get older and, refs, you develop the ability to kind of yell at people. You start yelling at the refs. And I think one time I got kicked out of a game for telling a ref some not so nice words. My dad says, you should try it out for size. Like, it can't be all that easy. But it felt like to be yelled at for the very first time. And I haven't really been on their case ever since. Dad was pissed at me after that. I got a 1-game suspension because I said some not so nice stuff.
I was about 4'0" in midget, and I figured, why not get paid to play hockey, refereeing, as opposed to play and get beat up. I had no idea what I was getting into.
Stay back there, eh?
It's mental training, psychological training. One of the things that you end up dealing with a lot is de-escalation, right? People are heated. They love to get all bent out of shape when things don't go their way, and you have to spend a lot of time training even yourself to not rise to that sort of behavior, we'll say.
There's so many things you have to watch for, so you gotta stay locked in all the time. Yo,
It's just not a game that you can keep consistent enough to make everybody happy. Some days you got 3 refs, some days you got 2. Sometimes you're supposed to have 3 and have 2, and then you're supposed to have 2 and then have 1, because people don't show up.
We love the game just as much as everyone else. We're in a very critical role. We understand that. And the nature of that is we're only getting featured when we're doing something wrong or we fail in our duties, which, again, we understand that that's what we sign up for in a lot of cases. But if there was a way to illustrate the fact that we're out there to service the game the same as coaches, right? We've stopped playing, and now we're looking for a way to get back to the game and service the game in much the same way that coaches are, right?
Where's the fucking glasses? Where the fuck did that come from? Where's the fucking call? Fuck you, Stripe. Sucking the fat one, Stripes. I've heard about everything. I got asked for my ref number because I was the worst fucking ref they had seen in their entire life.
You get your effing retard a lot, so it's a common one. Even if you're just a linesman,
Come on, buddy, we're good.
You guys not see those? Those are full.
What? Hey, what do you want me to do? Put my arm up?
Fucking tell your buddy to put his fucking arm up.
I'll talk to him.
Hockey's one of those sports where it's still cool to yell at the ref. That's just part of the job, and you really have to set that part aside. People don't usually mean it personally, but you do have to put on a thick skin that, hey, it gets intense and people are fighting for things that they really believe in. So now, that being said, when you do hear somebody come up with a very clever quip here and there, it's hard not to snicker behind, what's going on. But at the end of the day, like I said, safe and fair. So
I understand the way it evolved, right? It started in pro hockey, which is an entertainment sport, and the crowd can get into it, and that's great. I love an emotional crowd. I love crowds that are a part of hockey. I want you to understand, though, when you translate that down to minor hockey and the hockey that you're probably going to watch, if it's a minor hockey game, there's a 1 in 2 chance that the person you're saying that to is under 18. So you're saying that to a child, you're saying that to somebody's kid. How would you like it if somebody said that to your kid while they're playing hockey, right? It's the exact same thing.
So you've been to Flames games and stuff, and you've heard the chant, "Ref, you suck."
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Well, I do it too, so yeah.
when I put on the jersey, I can only see what's out in front of me. I can't, of course I can look down and see that I'm wearing the jersey, but I don't recognize that in a way. I'm just out there to apply the rule book, call a safe game, and make sure everybody is, by and large, you know, enjoying themselves. That's what they're out there to have fun, play hockey, you know, engage in some sport, and that's all I see my role as.
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, dude, just chill for a second.
No, I'm not fucking coming. He's slapped.
Dude, you got this. Hey, you got the C. Be smart. Be smart. You have the C. Hey?
No, he's got
be smart. Just be smart. Just be smart.
I don't know, I'm not usually as outgoing, more laid back, but you kind of gotta be in that role. You can't just be like, yeah, that's fine.
Break it up, break it up, break it up.
You're good.
I'll talk to the kids, I'll talk to the coaches, I'll talk to the other refs, and people might say, well, you know, you don't look like an NHL ref out there, but I'm still getting the job done.
Hey, guys, stop it. Like, it's not that deep. Like, honestly, like, what's the point there?
That's the role of a linesman. We love that part. You know, you get to be everybody's friend, sitting talking at the bench and doing all the rest, but where you really make your money is, of course, getting in between line brawls and making sure people aren't, you know, doing things they shouldn't do.
Yep.
I got you. No, you're good. Stop. You're gone.
I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Get out. Go this way. You're going. Number 4, you're going.
It's more fun than you think.
Push in the box. Okay, get moving.
Some games you can kind of tell, like they build up to situations like that. Other games, they just come out of the blue. And I would say a game like this absolutely came out of the blue. No one, I think, really saw that coming.
Yo, 4, you and me.
I had been flaked on for this game by two of the other officials. It was probably my 3rd year reffing, and I got my first U13 assignment. It was supposed to be a 3-man, and I go there. It's 6:30. Game starts at 7. I get my clothes on. I'm, you know, wiping off my visor. All of a sudden, it's 6:45. No one's there, and then 7 o'clock. I'm the only one out there. It's an hour 15 game. I went out there, and I think they had some sympathy for me, but still they got upset. Like, I can't be 3 places at once. And after that, you know, I just was so angry that they couldn't even kind of accommodate the fact that I'm doing something that happens 1 out of every 300, 400 games. Like, it's just not meant to happen, and there's a reason there's 3 of us, which is less than 4 of us, and minimum 2 of us. What am I supposed to do as one person?
When I was reffing in BC, it would have been a U15 tournament at the time. I was very discouraged that I had one of my calls overturned. That's about as explicit as I'll be about what happened, but it sort of showed me that there's a different people apply the rule book in a different way. And maybe not necessarily what you saw or called was exactly what people want to hear in a way. And so that kind of messed with me for a bit. I took some time off, like multiple years. And so finally last year I worked up the courage to come back and you know, certainly learned and grew from that experience, and I would say I'm much better off because of it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Like, it's too fun of a job to leave fully, but sometimes with like your other whatever else is going on, you gotta like be like, okay, I can only give this much time and energy to this kind of activity. Reffing takes a lot from us, I think. We have to put a lot of energy into it, so.
We see a 50% turnover rate of brand new officials, right? And that's, a lot of it is some people just try it and think it's not for them, which is fair. But I mean, when you have kids starting as low as 12, 13 years old, we have to build that support system for them as best we can, and having the negative comments come from players, coaches, parents while they're trying to do what is for most of them their first part-time job can be very detrimental to them. Getting yelled at by an adult is not, it's not fun when you're of that age.
It might suck at times, I'm going to get a lot of snot from people and I'm going to get a lot of praise too. But when I get that praise, I get that, you've been one of the best refs we've had all season. They go out of their way to say that, it keeps you coming back because you feel like you're, making the games better and you're not just leaving the people who are clueless, and you feel like you can still make an impact and improve the game so everybody, can actually compete without having to deal with somebody who's completely incompetent. And I got basically the best seat in the house in a lot of ways.
So I love hockey. Love watching hockey. I get the best seat in the house. I get paid to be there. You get to engage with everybody who's on the ice. There's no better place to be. And it satisfies something inside of me to be part of something like that, where I don't determine the outcome, but I'm part of it.
You get to skate the whole game, right? You don't ever score, but you get to be part of it. So yeah, it's a great job.